Let's get started. Let's get into it. So I'd love to drop into, and now it's hard to leave, yeah. So I'd love to drop into this space with you. I could literally just like read the comments this for an hour. I will like be right up in the comments like, oh my gosh, I love everything that's happening right now. So the last thing that I'll have you share is if you're happy to be here, just put the number 8 in the chat box. We're going to have a fun time. We're going to have an interactive time. If you're happy to be here, put the number 8 in the chat box. Yes, 8 with the exclamation points. And then I'm going to look away from the chat box so I can focus with you. And what I'd really like to do is connect in together, arrive together, ground together by closing our eyes and just taking a couple breaths, putting our hands on our heart, and just truly arriving with each other in this space. Does that sound good? All right, so let's do it now. Obviously, if you're driving, you're not going to close your eyes, but you can still connect to your heart, of course, right? So if you want to join me in placing your hands on your heart, if that feels good for you, go for it. If it's not your vibe, do what feels good for you. Closing your eyes if that feels good, and just dropping into your body. Take a moment to relax through your shoulders and relax through your belly and hips, and just let your body gently arrive in this moment. All other responsibilities, duties, we'll just put them to the side, even if it's just for this moment entirely for you, entirely for your breath and your heart. I'll take a deep inhale breath, fill all the way up, and then open mouth, exhale, sigh. Maybe you let something go on the next breath. Here we go. Inhale, fill all the way up. Hold the breath at the top if you can. So big inhale breath. Hold it. And then let something go. Exhale, clear, release. Maybe let out a sound. And then we'll do that one more time together. Big inhale breath, fill all the way up. Hold it at the top. Exhale, let it go. And with your eyes closed, see if you can relax the body just a little bit more and bring your awareness to your heart space. Bringing your awareness to your heart space. And imagine that you could breathe directly into the center of your chest, which is your heart center. We'll be talking a lot about what abundance is. And so much of it is feeling full, having fullness in you. So imagine that you are filling yourself right now. In fact, you are filling yourself up with life force energy, with your breath, filling yourself up with the vibrancy of life all around you. Inhaling right into your heart space, activating this heart portal, and exhaling right out from that same space. Inhaling into your heart center and exhaling from that same space, almost like a wave, drawing energy into the heart, filling yourself up with that heart energy, exhaling and letting it go. And just take a couple more breaths on your own. And now bring into your awareness something or someone, could be a pet, that you are grateful for. Something or someone or a pet that you are grateful for. And just let it come to you. You don't have to try too hard. And then once you get it, send that thing your gratitude. Send it your blessing. Send it your love from your heart. What do you already have? Abundance is having enough, already having so much. What do you already have that you're grateful for that you can send love to right now? And then you can let that thing go or that person go from your mind's eye and just bring up one more thing. Something, someone, maybe it's a place that you're grateful for. Can be so simple that you already have, you're already grateful for it. And send your blessing, send your gratitude. Wherever you place your attention, you give your energy and it flows right back to you, right back into your heart. So sending your blessing, sending your gratitude to this thing or this place or person. And then let that go. And all together, we'll take one more deep breath. Big inhale breath. Big exhale breath. Letting it go. Yeah, so nice. And we have fully arrived. If you want to put in one or two things that you were sending your gratitude to, go ahead and put it in the chat box. So I have truly been thinking about abundance like since the moment I woke up this morning. I'm like, all right, I'm going to be talking about abundance. I better meditate. I better meditate on abundance all day long. And in a moment, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to talk about the astrology and I'm going to talk about what abundance really means. But before I get into it, what really came through to me is, what do I already have? What am I already abundant in? Because abundance is like a wave of flow. It flows to you. And when we think about the number 8, we're here to really celebrate 8. I'll talk about that in a moment. But 8 is giving and receiving. It's the receptivity number. And it's the number of abundance. It's the number of prosperity. It's like the planet Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of blessings. It's the planet of abundance and prosperity. It gives energy to things. And wherever we place our attention, we place our energy. And when I meditated on all that I had, I changed my entire day. I had the best day ever because I kept thinking about all that I have. I started with the tomatoes in my garden. I have like 100 tomatoes. They're the size of a penny, but I have like 100 of them, and I'm so grateful. And I have so much love from my dog and so much love from my family. And I have this beautiful community, and I have clothes in my closet and a roof over my head. And I was just like, damn, I am abundant AF. I am seriously so abundant. And I just kept thinking about it, and more things kept coming to me, and I gave myself a really good laugh all day long, because abundance is really a lot of something. It's when you have a lot of something. So at one point I was like, wow, I truly have an abundance of dog hair on this blanket. I am so abundant with dog hair. So kind of just sitting with that in the heart of what it is that we already have and maybe already have a lot of, and acknowledging that where we put our energy and where we put our mind, where we put our attention, we are going to get a boomerang of energy right back. That is how the science of the brain works. It's how energy in the quantum field works. And it's one of the laws of life. You get what you give. So I'm going to share my screen now and we'll get into it. We're going to get into the astrology. So while I get my screen set up, I want to talk for a moment about the Lion's Gate, what it is, what it isn't. So historically and astrologically speaking, the Lion's Gate is absolutely not what most astrologers talk about it being. What most people are referring to as the Lion's Gate actually is a conjunction or an alignment with the fixed star Sirius, which is the spiritual sun, shining like 100 times brighter than our sun, aligning perfectly with the sun. And that happens in late June, early July area. And when the star Sirius, fixed star Sirius, which is the brightest sun, is visible or was visible back in ancient Egypt, what would happen is the Nile would flood. So the Nile would flood, and all of a sudden there was this overflow of abundance because finally the crops that were begging for water and begging for nutrients would all of a sudden have all of these nutrients. Lionsgate is somehow a mix of Leo season, which is all about the heart, all about being courageous and brave, and this rising of the fixed star Sirius. And it's kind of been like merged together on 8/8 as the peak date. Now, in my background of astrology, I don't actually see Lionsgate as like a true astrological phenomenon. However, 8/8 from a numerological stance absolutely has power and potency, and I do see it as a portal day. And the astrology right now is crazy magical. Crazy magical. And I'm going to show you why and how we can connect to the astrology right now. So I'm going to share my screen, and I just want to start with this heart space that we've already tapped into. And a quote from Antoine de Saint. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. Take a moment to let that sink in. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. Now, of course, I was like, I have to ask ChatGPT to find in the Oxford English Dictionary what is the definition of abundance. And the first thing I got is a very large quantity of something, which of course is hilarious. Because raise your hand if you came here like, abundance, finances. Come on, don't be shy. Pop your hand up. You can put a little emoji on the thing. Yeah, maybe you want an abundance of finances. That is an abundance, but we want to be specific about what is the thing that we want a lot of. Is it the good things in life? Is it spirituality? Is it amazing relationships? Is it joy? Is it freedom? A lot of times when we are desiring something, what we're really desiring is the state of it, what it's going to give us emotionally. So put something in the chat box that you want and just take a moment to ask yourself, what's the emotion that it's going to give you? So for example, when I think about wealth, when I think about an abundance of finances, to me, it's freedom. I want to go where I want to go. I want to do what I want to do. I want to invest in what I want to invest in. It's freedom. That's what I connect to. When I think about freedom, I think about joy. And it makes me feel safe, makes me feel secure. So what's the emotion that's there? And just pop it in the chat box. And of course, I had to look up what's the root, what's the etymology, because I'm a total nerd. And I asked ChatGPT. So the Latin root, abundantia, meaning fullness, plenty, or profusion, derived from AB, meaning, this is interesting, from or away, under, meaning, or andare, meaning an overflow or a surge. So the breakdown is AB, ab from away, unda is a wave. So abundantia, however you pronounce that, is a flowing or a rising in waves. It is a surging of forth. So abundance is something that flows, surges, and goes back with the tides, just like the number 8, just like infinity. It is something that comes up like the breath and can go down just like the breath. So at its root, it doesn't just mean a lot, but it actually is a rising and overflowing just like a wave. So this 8-8 portal is waving a wave of abundance, whatever that abundance is, into 14 degrees of Cancer and 17 degrees of Leo in your natal chart. So if you have access to your chart and you're not quite sure how to find the degree points, I just want you to find Cancer and Leo. Just find Cancer and Leo. Now, Sirius, this fixed star that I talked about, is located, hold on one second, Dalton coming in. I'm pretty sure she's in Thailand. So that's pretty cool. So Sirius, oh, she's coming and going. Located at 14 degrees Cancer, remember this is the spiritual sun, is aligning with Jupiter at this time. So Sirius is the spiritual sun, and often called the spiritual sun because its energy is believed to activate higher consciousness and soul evolution and amplify whatever it is that you want to call in. It amplifies your intuition and it amplifies divine love or oneness. It's the spiritual sun, so it helps us connect to oneness. Jupiter is, again, that planet of abundance, the one that brings it in, and we are aligning right now. We're in a moment of alignment with Jupiter and Sirius. So Jupiter, the planet of abundance, is also in this sign of Cancer and about to align with Venus, the planet of the heart. So we got the spiritual sun, Sirius, we got Jupiter, the planet of wisdom, and we've got Venus, the planet of the heart. What is the theme? Someone put it in the chat box. What is the theme of this time? What is the theme of this time? Jupiter, the planet of abundance. Venus, the planet of the heart. Sirius, the spiritual sun. What do we have accessible? What is the theme of this time? So Cancer, the sign of Cancer, is connected to your feelings, your inner knowing, your intuition, how you nurture yourself, how you take care of yourself, okay, someone put in the chat box, blank your cup. Blank your cup. What is it? I'll kick you out if you don't know it. Blank your cup. What is it? Put it in the chat box. Yes! I think there's there we go. Phil. Okay, put 8 in the chat box if you're happy right now. If you're happy and you know it. Yes! Let's go. So happy to be here with you. So water is all about, remember Cancer is the water element. Those of you who have Cancer in your chart, you feel so deeply. It's the water element, and water is all about trust and flow. And it is about filling your cup until your heart, your inner cup, your inner well is overflowing. And that's what we're here to do. 8-8 also coincides with the sun in Leo, right? That's what they're referring to as the Lion's Gate. And bigger is that the day after, we have an Aquarius full moon. So this Aquarius full moon is at 17 degrees on 8-9. So what's happening right now astrologically is we're being asked to align our minds with our heart. The mind is Aquarius. The heart is Leo and also Cancer. For the greatest good of all, that's Aquarius. For the greatest good of all. Leo is connected to self-confidence, trust in yourself, and your ability to follow your heart's desires with fierce freaking faith. There's a saying in Hinduism, and it is Shraddha, Shradha, Shraddha. They say Shraddha. And it means, does anyone know what it means? I'll give you $1,000 of love. Now I got that. Anyway, $1,000 of love. Shraddha means fierce faith. Good job not looking it up, not no ChatGPT and then cheat like that. It means fierce faith. So Leo is about having trust in yourself and your ability to follow your heart's desires with Shraddha, with fierce faith, that what is meant for you will come to you. And the way that it comes to you is by putting it out there. That's the 8. That's the infinity. That's you are the wave. You are the abundance. It's you. That's the big secret. It's you. So this is also, 8 is the strength card in the tarot, which is the element of fire. It's the sign of Leo. 8, Leo. It's the planet of the sun. We're talking about heart chakra and we're talking about the color gold, baby. So in the body, we're talking about also the spinal cord, how you stand up for your life. And I love this affirmation. I gently transmute all resistance with kindness and compassion. The strength card. I gently transmute all resistance with kindness and compassion. And the woman in this card is feeding the lion. And the lion in the strength card is like her inner world. It's all the messiness. It's all there's struggles that we endure. And she's like, you know what? Yes, we have fears, we have resistance. It's okay. It's her higher self connecting to her animal nature and being in her power to know the difference between the two and have that strength. So the secret number 2, is that the biggest opportunity for abundance with this planetary blueprint, with what's happening in the sky right now, with the full moon, with Jupiter and Venus and Sirius aligning, with it being 8/8 tomorrow, it's not in the 3D physical. It's not in this slow physical world. It's in spiritual, emotional, and energetic alignment. It is in spiritual, emotional, and energetic alignment. Because what happens if you already feel that you have it? Someone put in the chat box. Abundance. You already have it. You have an abundance of this energy. You already have it. If you already have it, you are going to match it and it will come to you. That is a law of quantum physics. You already have it. When you vibrate at it, at that energy, it comes to you. So this is the chart for August 8th. And it is so beautiful. If you study astrology, you're like, wow, oh my God, this chart's so beautiful. Why? The first thing you see is this thing called a kite. And a kite is a powerful planetary alignment where we have planets perfectly aligned, making one large triangle and one small triangle. I'll break it down to make it super, super simple. And it represents harmonious flow of energy. Harmonious flow of energy. So all of this energy is happening in air. So every part of our birth chart is like getting lit up right now. Like, it's so crazy. In the Abracadabra Astrology Mastery class that Amy Kelly's in here, say hi to Amy Kelly. Amy Kelly, shout out. That I had a couple days ago, I pulled up the chart. I talked about everything going on, and at the end, someone was like, you just said every single thing in existence, and my brain is broken. And I was like, oh shit, sorry. But that's what's happening. There's so much going on in this chart, but the big players are this fire, water, and air alignment. That's really what you need to know. So take out a piece of paper and your magic wand. Does everybody have a piece of paper and your magic wand? This is your magic wand. It is a pen. Grab a piece of paper. Grab your magic wand. Write down 3 things that your heart desires. 3 things that your heart desires. Anything. All answers are correct. Maybe your heart desires a really incredibly perfect iced latte tomorrow morning on 8/8. That's what I want. I want the best latte I've ever had in my life. $1,000 to just show up out of nowhere. And the path to be cleared. What is it that you want? What does your heart desire? And you can absolutely share it in the chat box. Wow, Laura, that's amazing about your son. That's really, really powerful. Yes, Sue. Okay, now we can change this chat that says I need 1,000 to I already have 1,000 on the way. I already have 1,000 on the way. Crystal, freedom. I love that. So what is your heart desire? Or what do you want more of? 3 things. Just 3 things. And I want you to write down the emotions that you will receive from these things. What are the emotions that you want that you'll receive from these things? Let me give you an example. If I have the perfect iced latte, I will truly feel at peace, peace in my heart. It's a silly example. If you want to call in, $10,000 in the next month or something like that, what's the emotion that gets you? Do you feel overjoyed? Does it make you excited? Do you feel freedom? Do you feel peace? What are the emotions that you're relief? Yeah. What are the emotions? Security and stability. Ooh, an animal sanctuary, multiple studios. Yes, Jamie. How does it make you feel? What's the emotions that are connected to it? Now, the reason why I'm asking about the emotions, what does your heart desire and what emotions will you get? Because when you decide that you want something, that you desire something, unfortunately, often what happens is that we want it because there's a lack. There's a lack of it. You want it, you don't have it, there's a lack of it. And we have this really interesting setup in this earth school, where we came here to have an experience that is source, all of source, has everything, totally abundant, needs nothing. Source separating from itself to return back to source. So we ultimately have a lack. We ultimately have a separateness from what we want. And the secret to calling in and receiving and having it, like I said before, is actually from your emotions. Feeling like you already have it. The emotions that you want from the thing that you want are the channels to receiving it. We just want to tune in to those emotions. So do you believe that you're worthy of receiving it? Do you believe that you're worthy of receiving it? Because there's a lot of secret beliefs, secret feelings, subconscious things under the surface that we don't want to look at. We're like, why are you talking about this, Shira? Come on. Of course we're worthy. That are subconscious blocks to feeling abundant, to receiving, to getting what we want. And if you are feeling at a lack or not worthy of it, it doesn't come, because you are going to receive the vibration that you put out, right? What you give, you get. And this is vibrational and it's emotional. So if you're putting out the emotion of it's separate from me, it's hard to get, then you'll get more of that emotion. It's separate from me, it's hard to get. It's so simple. It's kind of embarrassing. Almost like, oh man, we're so intelligent. We've accomplished so much. Why is it so hard for us to vibrate out what we want and remain in that state? Why is it so hard for us to be the vibration, to be it? Why? Because we are just bamboozled with a million things that take us from our power on a day-to-day basis. And as children, we were not taught the secrets. So it's important to make the unconscious conscious. I know we don't like it, it's icky, it's gross, but if you don't make the unconscious conscious, if you don't bring it to your awareness, then you will repeat the same energy. It's just frequency. You'll be sending out that frequency. So I know there's a lot of writing on the screen. I don't want to overwhelm you with the writing on the screen, but these are a couple things that block our energy frequency from being in alignment with sending out the frequency of what we want. Being attached to the outcome, like obsessing over it. You want a partner? You want the love of your life? You're like, but I've been waiting for one whole year. I've been waiting for 1 year. I checked the calendar to the date. It's been 1 year. Where are they? They must never be coming. Because you're trying to control it. And if you're trying to control it, you can't match the vibration of already having the thing that it's going to give you when it appears. So you want a romantic partner. How will you feel with a romantic partner? How will you feel when you get it? Overflowing love, joy, I'll feel sexy as fuck, whatever it is. That is what you need to vibrate now out into the universe. Does this make sense? If we try to manipulate and control every detail, then we send out more manipulation and control. And we just become vibrations for manipulation and control, which is also fun. That can be fun too. It also can not be fun. So manifestation, abundance, receiving thrives on surrender and trust. And we forget as humans, it is just so hard to surrender and trust. It's something that we practiced. We want to practice it every day. A scarcity mindset keeps us from calling in what we want, where we're focusing on what's missing rather than what's possible. Same thing. I want a partner. I want the love of my life. Where are they? It's been a year. Where are they? They're not here. They're just not here. Hello? Looking around your house like, are you here? Where are you? You're focusing on what's missing. And being in it's about lack. If there's any lack and you're feeling like I don't have it, then the potential for it to come is going to be a lot harder. But if you're feeling the emotion of what it will get you, and you focus your energy on feeling the emotion that it's going to give you, it's going to come to you. But you can't control every detail. There has to be surrender. And Source wants to surprise you. If it was you controlling the outcome, then you would be controlling the outcome. You wouldn't be getting your vibrational match in source, from source. Comparing yourself to other people. Look what she has. I want that. She has it. I don't have it. What the hell? That girl's got the love of her life. I don't have the love of my life. What's happening? Why? She has the perfect iced coffee. I don't have the perfect latte. It's lack when you compare yourself to others. When you say, oh my God, look at her body. She must do this and that. And you start projecting a false reality onto them. And now you've totally lost your connection to yourself and your own power and your own body and what you want. So it filters out opportunities. And unfortunately, again, it keeps you aligned with lack. It's like, man, the secret is lack. It's the truth. Limiting beliefs. And these can be sneaky because we might not even realize that they're there. Sometimes they're really, really sneaky. I just found a new limiting belief that is, did I put it on here? It's selfish to want more. Like, I am bad for wanting more than I have. I just found that out like a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, oh, snap. I feel guilty. I feel guilty for wanting more than I have. If I feel guilty for wanting more than I have, I'm just going to vibrate guilt and I'm going to get to experience guilt. That's not fun. I don't want that. I want to experience love and joy and connection, community. You know what I mean? So gratitude, if lack is the thing that keeps us away from it, what's the thing that calls it in? It's gratitude. Gratitude. Gratitude is the highest expression of receivership. Literally, the frequency of receiving is the frequency of gratitude. So when you feel gratitude, how can we possibly feel gratitude? We must already feel it. The vibration of what we want. We already have it. So when you feel gratitude for the emotions that you get when you get the thing that you want, then you have experienced receivership and align with that thing. When you feel grateful and abundant, you align with that energy. So the secret is to feel it as though it has already happened. It's already happened. You already have it. It's already yours. And you get into resonance with its energy. And very important to understand that it's emotions, the emotional energy. So instead of the thing, it's the emotions that you'll get and amplifying those emotions. So we're going to do that in a minute. When you're grateful to receive, you receive. Where you give your attention, you give your energy. Wherever you give your attention. Wherever you give your attention, you give your energy. And you make more of it. You make more of whatever it is. You give more and more energy. You make more energy wherever you're putting it. Okay, so I'm going to stop my screen share and put in the chat box. Yes, Emily, more is more. The better it gets, the better it gets. The supply is infinite. Me having doesn't take from others. Yes. In fact, the more I have, the more I can contribute and support. I love that. Exactly. Yes. Yes. Abraham Hicks, feeling it first. Absolutely. I love Abraham Hicks. One thing that I do feel that she is lacking is the subconscious neural reprogramming. Because if you have a subconscious belief and you're telling yourself, I love it, I feel it, it's mine, it's fine. But inside, there's something going on where I'm bad if I want more. Oh man. I'm looking at things from quantum physics, and quantum physics literally has a law about vibration, and the vibrational energy that you send out brings back that same vibrational energy. Yes, breathwork is totally the perfect complement. Yes, have you done the Kundalini yoga in the modules? There's so much breathwork in there. Yes. Teresa Marie, yes, sexy as fuck. I love that. The weight of the world off my shoulders. So in the chat box, Emily, time to try it out. In the chat box, what is the emotion or emotions? Let's just do one thing you want to call in, put it in the chat box. One thing you want to call in, put it in the chat box. And what, in the same chat, what are you going to receive emotionally from that thing? Put it in there. And another piece is, if you're nervous to share it, that's probably something you want to work through. That's probably something you want to feel the edge of that, because if you're nervous to share it, then there's not an easy flow. Just putting that out there, a little bit of a resistance, and that's normal and that's okay. In a moment, we're going to do a heart coherence meditation. So we're going to vibrate the energy of the heart. We're going to amplify the energy of the heart, and I'm going to ask you to feel the emotions that this thing will get you, okay? Fun and ease for my son and I this year, going to feel peaceful and joyful. I love that. I love that. I'm resisting so much. I missed a question. Oh my God, Emily, I want to give you the biggest hug ever. I'm giving you the biggest hug ever, Emily. Okay, so the question is, put what is just one thing you want to call in? Of those 3 things you wrote down, just put one thing in the chat box. And what is the emotion that you're going to receive from that thing? So for example, if it's I want the love of my life, what are you going to receive? I'm going to feel loved. So you're going to practice feeling loved now. If it's I want $10,000 next month, how will it make you feel? It'll make me feel financially abundant. It'll make me feel abundant. It'll make me feel joyful, prosperous, successful, whatever it is. Put it in. 2 new clients. It'll make me feel accomplished, perfect, joyful. Self-awareness will make me feel more confident. I love that. This is so Leo, right? Leo the lion. 8, courage, the strength card. 10K in the bank account every month. Excited, ecstatic, rooted, worthy, safe. I want to call in more love into my life. The emotions I'll receive are happiness, passion, playfulness, comfort, and pleasure. Money, freedom, security, and ease. All right, Stephanie, good to see you. I want to open a more support to feel more freedom. I love that. I love that. Yeah, put it in the chat box. Wow, that emoji is so crazy. I've never seen that. Like wild. Is that money? Oh my God, that's so funny. That's so funny. Yeah, what are the emotions? So that's all you need to know is one thing that you want and what the emotions are. And I'm going to have you all, we're going to go into a meditation. This meditation will be, let's say 7 minutes. So stay for the whole thing. And we're going to go until like 5 minutes past the hour. So we'll do like 7 minutes right now. And then when we come back, I'm going to share with you the super secret, special, magical offer that I'm so excited about. That's like super crazy. I don't even know what I'm thinking, but I think it's like, I feel generous, prosperity, all of that. So you want to know what you want and the emotions you're going to get from it. And then you want to get comfy. And promise me that you will not fall asleep. Can you make that in the chat box? I promise I will not fall asleep. I will not fall asleep. Sometimes it's okay to fall asleep during meditation, not this time. This time I want you to stay awake. I want you to feel your heart. I want you to use all of your energy, all of your might, all of your intention, every cell in your body, every ounce of passion and care in your body to feel your heart. Hands down. Use your energy to feel your heart. Where you put your energy, where you give your attention, you give your energy. Right? All right, here we go. Relax into your body. Close your eyes. It won't be too long, I promise. Let's just start with hands on heart. Just feeling your heart space, connecting in. Allow your body to relax. Get even more relaxed in this moment. If it feels okay to close your eyes, you'll close your eyes. You don't need them, and in fact, just by closing your eyes, it makes it easier to give your attention and your energy to your heart, the feelings that you want, emotions that we'll find with what we're aligning with today in this powerful night before this 8/8 prosperity gateway. Relaxing your body even more. Bring your awareness to your heart. And imagine that you could breathe directly into the center of your heart chakra, the center of your chest. Inhaling into the heart space and exhaling out from that space. All of your awareness on your heart, feel it as you breathe into it. And as you breathe out, you fill yourself with more heart energy. And as you breathe in, you fill yourself with more heart energy, and you feel it. Can you relax even more and soften into your heart even more? Breathing into your heart space, right into the center of your chest. Breathing in and out right from that space. Just this act alone will bring the heart into a more coherent space so that it can vibrate in a way that will align with the field of energy around you and help magnetize what it is that you really want. Just by breathing into your heart now, into and out of your heart space, and feeling that breath. Now, as though it is already done, it is already done, it is already done. As though you already have it, as though it's already here, bring to mind that thing that you want. It is already done. You don't have to want it, you have it. Bring to mind the thing that you have, that you once wanted, but you now have, as though it's already here. And if you're a visual person, begin to visualize what it looks like to have that thing. What is it? What does it look like? Make a movie of it. Steven Spielberg it. And you can make it even better. You can make it better and better and better. And allow yourself to just get lost in this movie of what it is that you called in. And now begin to feel the emotions that align with this thing that you've called in. Relieved, safe, joyful, happy, freedom, security, ease, freedom, pleasure, play, whatever it is. Begin to feel it in your heart. As we practice turning on these higher emotional states. And getting into vibrational alignment with what we want as though we already have it. Can you turn it up even more? Can you feel more love or more joy or more ease? Whatever it is, can you feel it more? Let it flood your body. Be moved by it. Be moved by it. Let it flow into every cell. Abundance of these emotions, letting them really ride the tide of feeling. And feel gratitude now. Feel how grateful you are to have it. How lucky, how grateful. Fill your heart with this gratitude. Feel it. Feel it. Breathing into and out of your heart. For all that you have and all that you're calling in. The most important part of aligning with the vibration is to feel the emotion like it's already here. Feeling that deep well of gratitude. Your cup is overflowing. Your heart's desires are overflowing, being met. And now take a deep breath in, fill all the way up, and hold that breath at the top. And exhale, let the breath out through your mouth, let it go. And we'll begin to come back into the body. Slowly, slowly. Coming to this new time and this new space, this new energy and state that you have cultivated. You can slowly blink your eyes open. Come on back and maybe put in the chat box what that was like for you, what you feel, how you're feeling. Might take a moment to come back. Maybe you take a sip of water. It was just 6 minutes. 6 minutes of breathing into the heart. I promise, vibrational state got shifted with just 6 minutes of breathing into the heart. There's a whole institute devoted, it's called the Heart Math Institute, devoted to measuring what happens when people breathe into their heart. And incredible things have happened. All right, welcome back, everybody. Put in the chat box the emotions that you felt that you created, put it in the chat box. I could really envision my desire and see myself living it. Amazing, Tab. I feel so calm and joyous and excited. Awesome.